get this good nuclear deal, but to have the arms embargo against them lifted. They've been pushing to have the ICBM resolution in the UN lifted. And of course, Putin's cheerleading Iran on these issues. So that should raise the flags for members of Congress.
Why do you think he wants a deal, though, Senator? If you think about it, a deal would put more oil on the market, right? Iran's 2 million barrels a day would be put on the market. That would increase supply. That would conceivably put down and bring or force down oil prices, which would hurt Vladimir Putin. So what do you think he's up to here? Or is it bigger than just oil?
I think, unfortunately, Vladimir Putin wants to sell arms. One of the things that Russia produces is arms, and I think they are anxious to sell those arms to Iran. And so I think if you see what Vladimir Putin has been doing, obviously, he's not a friend to us, and I think that's what you see happening in the geopolitical context here.
Do you think as well that these sporadic incidents of violence today in Iran, this anti-American demonstration, they're burning flags, our flag, the Israeli flag, these are more commonplace of late, Senators, you know. And I'm wondering, normally when you're in the middle of negotiations with someone, you save that stuff for, I guess, after you sign a deal. They're doing it now as we're working on a deal. And furthermore, their chief negotiators are saying that they think we're playing fast and loose with the promises. So it seems to be that it's unraveling, or they're shoving stuff back in our face, right?
I think Iran right now, you see happening today, they're having these demonstrations where they're saying death to Israel, down with America. And let's not forget, Neil, the president of Iran actually appeared at some of these demonstrations. So it's not just grassroots, it's the leadership of Iran. But also during all of these negotiations, they've continued to support terrorism in the region, undermining our interests. So all of this is Iran, I think, feels that it can do what it wants to do, and that the administration will enter a deal regardless, is what I'm getting from this.
Real quickly, I go back to an issue we started our show on, Senator, and that is the sanctuary city dust up in this tragic story. This San Francisco woman allegedly killed by someone who was deported back to Mexico 5 times. Josh Earnest, if I got the gist of his comments right, blamed it on Republicans for blocking illegal immigration legislation, even though, to my memory, I don't believe sanctuary cities were addressed in that. But what do you make of that he's left this on you guys?
Yeah, I think that it's absurd, first of all. Sanctuary cities should be unacceptable, and the White House should be saying that we're not going to accept sanctuary cities, that you have to comply and work with federal authorities. I mean, that would have probably made the difference in San Francisco for that beautiful young woman. And so that's within the power of the president.
Not a one is recommended doing that. Not a one, at least in the Democratic Party, and for some of your colleagues, aren't taking the leap to say end sanctuary cities. Some are. You are. Ben Carson just did. But it's not a call. Maybe they're all scared by the Donald Trump thing and alienating Latinos. I don't know what it is. But what do you make of that?
Neil, I support, and let me just,
sure.
I mean, I just say this. First of all, I'm someone who has worked on immigration reform. I want to solve this problem. I think that we got to secure the border. This demonstrates that that's a huge issue for us. And also reform our legal immigration system. That's important, too, so that we have the workforce we need to grow our economy. And I've supported efforts to reform our immigration system. But you know what? Sanctuary city is unacceptable.
Okay.